Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1.
Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, this is Disney Movie News, bringing you the most up-to-date discussion and commentary in Disney content.
Yeah.
Oh. Round of applause for us.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What is up? Happy post-Thanksgiving. Welcome one, welcome all to Disney Movie News here on Popcorn Talk Network. I wanted to time it with the end of that song.
That was beautiful. You're getting so much better.
I'm getting better. I'm getting much better. If you guys want a digital TV guide version of the Popcorn Talk Network, you can just follow them on Twitter at the Popcorn Talk. And on YouTube at Popcorn Talk Network. Subscribe there. We're on every Wednesday, but they've got a ton of other shows.
Yes.
And we have one heck of a show tonight.
We have one heck of a show.
So much stuff. Before we get to that,
yes.
I'm your host, Leo Camacho. You can follow me on Twitter at LeoZombie and everywhere else at Mr. Leo Zombie, where I'm far more proper, apparently. And to my left, I have my lovely co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, ladies.
Well, I'm in Sarah's seat today. Sarah, she's on the chat, so if you're watching live, you guys can talk to Sarah in the chat.
Doppelganger.
She is sick. I hope you feel better. We miss you. But I am Keetin Marchi, and I am here again. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Keetin Marchi. And we have a newbie sitting next to me in my chair today.
Who's that? What's going on over there?
Everyone. I'm Marissa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at SeraphiniTV. Glad to be here.
Yes,
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you
welcome.
come on this monumental day where we're going to argue about a movie, our first Disney movie to be released since we've had this show. But that'll be the second half of the show because, guys, that'll be spoiler riddled. So before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and cover all this other awesome news. There's a ton of stuff because we missed last week.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving. Was it good?
Happy Thanksgiving. It was good. I didn't go anywhere. But your family lives here, so
we live here, and we didn't have. Here's the thing: when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of the turkey from the Christmas Carol, the Scrooge McDuck one.
Yes.
The Scrooge McDuck. Okay.
You know, when he goes back and he looks at the past and he sees everyone dancing and being all happy, and they have that perfectly cooked turkey. Oh my God! I want cartoon turkey.
Can you always say turkey to me?
I want to whisper it like, "Hey, you guys you want some McDonald's? No. You want some Pizza Hut? No. You want some perfectly cooked turkey?"
Yes, I do. Oh God!
But it was cool. I mean, hung with the fam, hung out with Sarah's fam. We locked ourselves up in a hotel for 3 days, and we just hung out with the family.
That's fun.
Quality time.
That's amazing.
No phone rule, except I broke it a few times to play video games, but it's okay.
Well, and you were on social media.
I was. Well,
I saw it.
I don't miss a beat.
Okay.
That's why you guys need to follow me because I don't miss. I post about turkey.
You should just record yourself.
I know that should be
Can someone make a meme of him doing that? Or,
Well, turkey in itself is a win, really.
It is.
I love turkey.
I mean, it helps you sleep and it gets you full.
I took an epic nap on Thanksgiving. We digress.
I crashed. Yeah, we're getting really into our interest of food. Speaking of food, we've got a lot of news here. It's going to fill our bellies. I know that's a terrible transition. Hey, how you doing there? Thanks, angels.
I like it.
Angels.
I like our... Yay.
We're going to kick this off here with a piece of news that is near and dear to my heart, the Civil War trailer. First of all, it was released in and of itself. That's magnificent. But
I love the way they did it.
Yeah,
it was so cute.
There was no sneaky and now a trailer for the teaser for the trailer, and it's like Captain America walking into a room and going, "You ready?" And that's it. Yeah. That's all you get. They went full blown,
gave us everything,
multi-action sequence, 3-minute trailer. Like, whoa! I haven't seen a trailer just be released out in the open like that, blatantly.
Well, and not just action too, but also relationships in the film too. So it's going to be a very layered movie.
Basically a Marvel movie.
It's
just basically a Marvel movie. It's basically not a Marvel movie. You know what I mean?
It is a Marvel movie.
You know what I mean? It's basically an Avengers movie.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody's back. It seems like
everybody's back. All the Avengers are actually in it, and he actually fights with the Avengers, which is,
awesome.
Makes sense.
And his buddies are back too.
His buddy, he's got Bucky back.
Bucky. You can do a good Bucky.
I do Bucky. I do cosplay Bucky. Yeah, I love Buck. It's crazy because they show them wailing. This is not a spoil. This is a trailer. I can't even spoil it because the trailer just goes, "This is what you get to see in the trailer. Imagine what you're going to get to see in the movie." I mean, they beat down Iron Man.
Destroy.
They destroy him.
Boom, boom,
combo,
boom, boom.
Toss and shield, back and forth, ping pong. It was nuts.
The line was great, oh, he's my friend.
Oh my God!
I thought I was your friend.
So was I.
Oh,
so was I. Everybody in the chat's already typing. So was I.
Emotionally hard hitting.
It was like real. And the thing is, it's funny. I saw a meme that it made me laugh. It was a picture of the Black Panther, which, by the way, they just revealed him in a trailer. There was no like pre-leaked photos and nothing. The first time we see Black Panther was in this trailer, and it had his picture and it said crap. And then it was a picture of like amazing action sequence was crap, and it had a picture of like the new suit. And it was crap. And then at the bottom it was a picture of J. Jonah Jameson, and it goes, "It's all crap. Where's the picture of Spider-Man?" Because that's all anybody wants to see.
It was good though. It was
that's
good.
What I'm saying. We still haven't even seen the juice.
And that's what's so crazy. Like I completely even forgot that was even a part. You just blew my mind. I completely forgot. By the way,
Spider-Man's also in it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God.
It's gonna be great.
So much stuff going on.
So
with that.
excited.
I want to know the Black Panther's role, man. It does,
But knowing the fact that he's in it, that already generates like so much buzz, and to bring more people to this franchise.
He's basically he wears like a super suit made out of
Black Panther skin.
Adamantium, vibranium, same stuff that Captain America's shield is made out of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. But I just want to know what kind of guy he is. What Wakanda is the country he's from.
You know what?
He's the president.
I wish he was a she.
I love that.
We need more girls on this team. And
well, you got Scarlet Witch now, so that's pretty good.
2. Sorry.
And Black Widow.
Again, two females.
I mean, we're
Jessica Jones. She's not in it, but
on television.
We'll talk.
Yes.
We'll talk about Jessica.
All right.
The poster's cool though too.
Yeah. Well,
yes,
did you see a lot of people were kind of remaking it with their own pictures? Because the poster is like
I'm
a
not
star.
surprised,
Yeah,
though.
Classic at this point.
That's how you make it fun.
You have to watch the Jimmy Kimmel though interview where they actually released this stuff and announced it because it's with Chris Evans and.
Oh no way.
Oh my God! Why am I blanking on Tony Stark's name right now?
Robert Downey.
Robert Downey.
RDJ.
Yeah, so they're doing a double interview, and I mean they have such funny chemistry too.
They do.
all the Avengers, they're such good friends because they've done so many movies together at this point, and they seem like cool dudes as well. So the interview with Kimmel is pretty hilarious, and I think one of them is just like, well, I got something for you guys, and gives them the poster.
Oh,
so
man.
They think the poster's the only thing, and then Chris Evans is like, well, I'm gonna one up you, and then it's like, here's a teaser, and then it's 3 freaking minutes long because that's how I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, it keeps going.
You know what's also fun? I think the marketing is already brilliant for this film. Someone else, another fan, has made the trailer. You run the actual Captain movie again in real time, synced up with Adele's new song "Hello." It's perfectly timed.
The trailer?
Yes, the trailer. Do it like the full 3 minutes of Adele's new song. Yes.
Syncs up perfectly with
Adele's Hello song?
Syncs up perfectly to Adele's Hello
Oh my God,
song.
as if I didn't get enough
You will
of it.
see it in a whole different light.
I'm doing that.
It's hysterical.
I want to do it now. I need to go, guys.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Do it after
and
you
Pink
listen
Floyd.
to us.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Well, dang, good job, Marvel. You got us talking about a trailer for 10 minutes.
Goodness.
But moving on from that was Marvel. I had that. Thank you guys. That was delicious. I had my fill of that. But we're gonna go into Pixar land now a little bit. Pixar ultimately. Yeah, I'm wearing this in honor of The Good Dinosaur being the first Disney movie that's come out since we've had this show.
Yes.
So I'm really stoked about that.
And Sarah loves Pixar.
And Sarah
she's
loves
not here.
Pixar. Actually, she's the one who got this for me from a friend of hers who
You're
works
here,
at Pixar.
Sarah.
In spirit. Where are you guys' Disney shirts? Fire.
In my mind.
I do 3 shows on these evenings, and I brought my Marvel shirt,
You
but
should
I forgot to
wear
put it on.
a Disney shirt in all of them. Just saying.
I don't have as much Disney
are right,
swag,
you are
okay?
right.
Christmas.
I'll let it slide. So, speaking of good Pixar movies,
good Pixar movies.
Inside Out and Good Dinosaur nominated for Annie Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Are you versed in the Annie Awards? Because from my perspective, they are basically the Oscars of animated movies.
That's how I understand it as well. I don't follow them as closely as I do as the Oscars.
I'm sure,
per se.
yeah.
But that's exciting, and
It's
I
good
think
news.
Inside Out was better, so I think Inside Out will win over that.
It's interesting. I think I would be more
But the
surprised
technical things.
if they weren't nominated. Like every time
True.
Disney or Pixar puts out a movie, if it's not nominated for like the best animated something, there's no justice in the world. Right?
And granted, like Inside Out and Good Dinosaur, they have been the talks of the town for animation just of the year 2015.
Yeah.
What other big animated movies has come out? Home is another one. That's
Home.
really
Did
the
you watch it?
only.
Did you guys see it? That was
yes,
Rihanna,
I did
right?
see it. Yes,
Was
that
it
was
good?
Rihanna.
and what's
Jennifer
his name
Lopez.
from,
J-Lo, huh?
Yeah,
there's
Jennifer
some good
Lopez
songs. No,
was
what's the
it.
guy from Big Bang Theory? right?
Sheldon guy?
Yes.
I don't even know his real name.
Yes.
He was
Sheldon.
one of the.
I mean,
the main
and
character.
that was another cute animated film that came out this year as well.
made a
But
lot of money.
a lot of people didn't talk about home as much as a lot of people talked about Inside Out.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Inside Out was just like, we need our Pixar fix already. Because, yeah.
It had been too long.
And plus, it's Disney. Disney already has a well-established
And they have big
foundation.
Did you guys like Inside Out?
I loved it.
loved it.
I
Yeah.
cried.
So
That's the
much.
most I've cried in a Pixar movie since.
Really? I think there was only one scene that made me kind of tear up, and that was the very end. So.
Although I did cry.
Bing
at the
Bong, man.
dinosaur.
I don't get it. I thought Bing Bong was super annoying. Everyone's gonna throw rocks at me when I walk down the street now, but
Bing Bong, I don't think he wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
But I liked the relationship between joy and sadness and what they kind of went through.
Sadness made that movie.
Oh, sadness.
Sadness totally made that
Sadness
movie.
was
why the
awesome.
movie. And like I was watching this video that was posted online today, and it was talking about the parallels between Inside Out and actual research on emotional studies and emotional anxiety and things like that. And actually. The 5 emotions that they use in the movie are 5 of 7 total that have been they're like the 7 emotions that kind of intermingle.
Amalgamation.
Yeah, and it was really interesting. And I always thought the movie was deep. I didn't think the movie was phenomenal or spectacular, but I always thought that there was a lot of depth there and a lot of layers that kids could learn from. And it's being praised for that, so that's pretty cool. But it wasn't as fun as I would have hoped. That's why Good Dinosaur, I think, earns this nomination for being just like a stellar piece of work.
And also the good thing with Inside Out compared to the Good Dinosaur, I mean, Good Dinosaur, we had the barren world of what we know of the world. We know the earthly environments and whatnot. Great animation in that way, and just how all the amazing details of leaves and grass and so on and so forth. Where Inside Out is
The
established.
water!
Yeah, the
Sorry.
water. No, true.
We're getting there.
Yeah, but like Inside Out, their environment was completely new and colorful, so that was also something new to latch on to for the audience.
Yeah.
So they're completely different contrasting
But
films.
do they deserve the best animated feature? Yeah, of course. I'm glad they're nominated.
Absolutely.
But both of those movies have something very difficult to spot in them, and that is a Pizza Planet truck. So the one for Inside Out has been found.
It has been found?
It has been found. It was found pretty early on. It's just very difficult to see.
I feel like that would be an easy one to hide, though, because Inside Out, you go into the real world, you go also into a world of imagination, so you could literally throw it anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. You know where it is?
I don't know.
San Francisco.
I've only seen it once.
Streets, I'd imagine.
Where is it?
Okay, it's one of those scenes where she's like dragging sadness, and
does
and
a
it's
lot.
in one of the memories. So it's a
okay,
memory,
okay,
and it's really hard to see. It's
Wow.
really super subtle. The one in Good Dinosaur, I don't think has been posted anywhere, but it is officially in there. And there are a couple of other Easter eggs, like a throwback to someone's school and a number of other things. But there's like apparently, because they always do a nod to the previous film in the current film.
Yes, they do.
But so where the heck? I mean, I'm imagining in the river there must be Dory or Nemo. I don't know.
I want to go back and rewatch it because it's sensory overload. Good Dinosaur.
Oh my god!
It's absolutely sensory overload.
I gotta see it.
So
I gotta see it again.
I need to
be
see it again
honest.
to
It's so funny. Everyone, can you guys tell in the chat that we're like just dying
to talk
To talk about it.
Good Dinosaur. I mean, this is gonna be intense when we get there. But yeah, so we gotta. Hopefully, we can find it. If anybody in the chat saw them, shout it out. Let's get that out there on the internet. Let's start doing some spoilers of the truck. But Star Wars, back to my country, the place that I love. Star Wars. So George Lucas was recently interviewed about his non-involvement with the new movie and what he thought about that. And first of all, before we even say what he said, can you imagine being this guy who accidentally created the #1 most famous, most popular, most influential
J.K.
pop
Rowling.
culture phenomena? Yeah, like J.K. Rowling, right? Like when she did for books, right? Like George Lucas did for
Has
science
done for an
fiction,
entire-
and for movies
yeah.
and action.
He created a world.
He created a universe.
It's like
Yeah.
Tolkien,
Like, literally.
Tolkien, Rowling, like
Yeah.
Lucas.
But I mean, like, arguably, Star Wars, largest pop culture impact of all time, right? And then going, hey, how do you feel about not having control of it anymore and watching someone else just take the helm? And he actually compared it to going to a wedding with his ex-wife there present. So, like, he was saying, imagine your son gets married and you have to show up. You love him, but you got to show up with your new wife, and then your ex-wife is there, and then the old family, your new family, and everybody's mixed, and you just got to go. It's like, how can you not support your children?
Right.
But it's going to be incredibly awkward because it was like a very clean divorce.
Yeah.
So
and a lot of people were pissed off when, I remember when that whole exchange happened, People were pissed.
Oh, about Disney getting it?
Oh, yeah. People were pissed.
It's so interesting because when that happened, people were pissed. They were like, no, Disney's evil. And I'm like, no, this is the best thing that could have happened to this corporation. Like, First of all, look what they're doing with Marvel. They didn't even take, first of all, they were like, oh, yeah, you guys are doing a really good job at representing your brand. Here's $1 bajillion. Do it more. Do it bigger. And what's the difference with Star Wars? They got an amazing director who, by the way, the Star Trek movies are the best Star Wars movies I've ever seen. Like real talk. JJ got into that, and then they got Harrison Ford back because they can afford to do things like that. I mean, look at the
Harrison
hype.
Ford,
look at
hates Han Solo.
Dude,
he hates that role.
He seems to be back into the groove.
He's super back into it. He's doing pranks.
He's doing
cute things.
He's like, you know what? I'll do Indiana Jones 2. Throw it on the plate. He just decided he'd be in it.
Indiana Jones 2? You mean
No, also, as well. Yeah. Not part 2.
Well,
although
so many Indiana
some people
Jones.
would acknowledge that there might only be 2 because the last one's a little wonky, and then the last...
It wouldn't be 2. It'd be 5.
Forget the last one.
Well, how many? There's 4 total.
Indiana Jones.
It would be Indiana Jones Part 5.
Part 5.
Yeah.
You said 2, and I was just
I
like,
meant as well. But yeah, no, like the hype is real. It's Steven Spielberg has seen it 3 times. He said it might be the biggest movie ever of all time. And all I'm going to say is, I told you so. Disney got that.
I mean, that's also good that Spielberg also added his information and his 2 cents in, because he's a very well-established director, too.
They actually asked him to direct The Phantom Menace, and he turned it down. Yeah, and he's George Lucas's best buddy.
And
maybe that's why he did it.
But that's also another reason, is because it's one friend talking to another and saying, hey, George, you didn't make a mistake by handing the reins over. So I think that's just reassurance for everyone.
And I'm glad, because George Lucas, although he's a great storyteller, is not a good director, so... Sorry to say it, but I mean, like, the best Star Wars movie wasn't directed by, like, Empire Strikes Back is not directed by George Lucas. He's just a producer, or writer, excuse me.
Can you imagine what Spielberg would do with Star Wars, though?
Oh my God.
Oh,
like, I can't even.
I don't even.
I feel like Spielberg's like, no, George, I don't want to show you up. I won't direct you.
I think the characters would be way more emotionally layered.
Well, you would care about them a lot more than, You're right. Exactly. You're absolutely right.
Tom Hanks would be in it.
Are you guys, I just want to know, like, in the chat room, Tom Hanks is in it, and everybody would just stare into the distance all the movie.
He would win, like, every Oscar.
I want to know how excited the people in the chat room are. Like, are you guys buying into the Star Wars hype? Are you guys in on this, or do you think it's overrated? Do you think it's because they're saying Star Wars is the new Frozen? That's how hype it is. Like Disney was like, everything. We got everything Star Wars now. Everything's Star Wars now. Star Wars Land. But what about Frozen? Like, weren't you going to build a thing? No. Put Matt T back in there. Put Star Wars over there.
I'm gonna give you a prediction from the booth right now.
Go for it, dude.
The voice of nobody knows who the voice is.
Yes, my angel.
I think a lot of people are on the fence of whether they think it'll be good or not.
Yeah.
I think it's going to blow everyone away.
I think it's going to be...
I think a lot of people are going to go in expecting something like The Phantom Menace or something maybe as good as Revenge of the Sith, and I think it's going to be one of the best movies they've made. We're going
to get like the way everybody was like, a new Star Trek movie, and it was like, whoa, this is dumb. Like, it's going to be like that times 100.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to go in there just waiting for it to be crap, and they're just going to be so disappointed. I just know this. Like, the movie cannot be as bad as any of the new trilogy.
And that's like the thing, though. It's like, you don't even need to have high expectations for this film.
No, you can go in because everybody's but the hype is real. Like,
it is real.
So high
it is
now.
real.
But it's also like this film is coming back with already established characters, and then we're building new ones that people in new generations, past generations,
I'm already
can make their own
one.
interpretations.
I'm already ready. I'm on the.
Who are you cosplaying?
I'm gonna cosplay Poe Dameron.
Okay.
Isaac Jacobs' character.
Okay.
Nice.
That's because he's the first character I kind of almost.
Are you dressing up to go see it the night of?
No, probably not.
I am.
And then you're going to show us photos, of course.
Oh, obviously.
I'm going to dress up to go see it the night of, and then when we come in the next week.
In your Slave Leia outfit from losing our bet.
Okay.
By the way, for the uninitiated, we have a bet going. If Luke Skywalker is evil, I have to come into the show dressed as Slave Leia. If he's not evil, she has to do it.
Heyo.
Yeah, well.
Heyo.
We'll see about that. I'm actually dressing up as Kit Fisto.
No, you're not.
But Kit Fisto's awesome.
I'm dressing up as Kit Fisto to go to the theater because I have an awesome
You have like
green
makeup.
light.
You have like.
No, I'm literally just gonna do like my hair in a bunch of like long braided dreads, spray it green, and then I have kind of a cool Jedi thing, and I have a green lightsaber. So I'm gonna feel real cool, guys.
And you gotta give a smirk when you.
I'm gonna say something that might have the lynch mob after me.
Go! I love this.
No.
This is my favorite.
I think sometimes with series such as Star Wars in this case, and with everything they've been doing with Marvel. Somebody's cell phone's near the mic.
I'm sorry, I pushed it away.
I think sometimes the creators are too close to the projects.
Yeah.
And I think fans write it better. And I think that's where Disney's been really doing such a great job with Marvel is they have people who really love the characters and really love the storytelling.
Yeah, but JJ is a massive Star Wars fan.
He is.
Yes.
He's a massive Star Wars fan. Exactly.
He's not going to mess it up.
He's not going to mess it up. George is too close.
He's too close. First of all, George had an idea one time, made a movie, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is dope," because there was no preconceived notion. And he was like, "Yeah. Do you guys mind taking this and making it a little like grittier?" And then Empire Strikes Back, which somebody in the chat was asking what my favorite episode is. It's episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, by a million miles.
Mm-hmm. You've mentioned it like 3 times. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
Empire Strikes Back.
She listens to the podcast, guys.
Yeah, but does she listen to Empire Strikes Back is what I want to know. He came up with one good idea one time, and then when he tried to revisit it, he's like, "Okay, now let's make the movie Star Wars no war. It's about the politics behind the war." And they're like, no, we want to see the war. He's like, no, this is way better. We're going to get a bunch of people in a room, and they're going to talk about Federation
crap
and the Republic. What? I don't even know what that's all about. But
started to go a little Bill Cosby there.
And the Federation and the new... Yeah, okay. But we got to see what Simon Pegg's character looks like in the movie as well. That was another thing
I
that was
love
released.
that little featurette.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That
but
was
they're showing
so
so
cool.
much of this film, and I still don't know what it's about.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That's brilliant.
I still haven't even seen Spider-Man in it. That's what's so...
I know. So
he's gonna
apparently
be in that as
Spider-Man
well.
is in the new Star Wars movie. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
swing on in.
Can you imagine Simon Pegg? It's like his whole life is a super fanboy of Star Wars, and I was like, he's in one. Also in Star Trek as well.
He's got the coolest, and in Bond.
That guy. He's in
and
everything.
in Mission Impossible.
He's literally in every cool franchise.
He was in Doctor Who?
He's got it going on.
I think he was in Doctor Who. He was in Doctor Who. He was in the episode with Eccleston in season 1.
Yes, he was in Doctor Who.
Then he was also in. Was he in Harry Potter? God, he's done everything.
No, he was not in Harry Potter.
And was he in Lord of the Rings?
He was in.
He missed out on a couple.
He did work on Attack the Block with John Boyega, though. So there's like a connection there. He's been basically in a movie with everyone in this film. So that's pretty cool.
He is the definition of fanboy. You look that word up in the dictionary, his picture's right there.
He's like Kevin Smith without being foul.
What, like the degrees of Kevin Bacon? Is that like the degrees of Simon Pegg?
Probably.
Really?
You could probably do that.
For franchise.
In like the nerd area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could probably do it. You could totally do that. But yeah, that was a cool feature. It's insane, that movie. I can't wait. We sold tickets to go see it at in a different setting. Like, I've never had to rearrange movie tickets to go see it in another theater with other people. Because Sarah and I bought tickets. We're like, we're getting them because they're going to sell out. And then our other friends were like, hey, we got some extra tickets. We're like, we're going. What? We have multiple options to see one movie? That's insane. So, yeah, that's it.
I'm going to see it like twice within the first 24 hours it's out. Somebody has their noise on their computer.
What noise? Is that me?
Yeah, it might be you. I can just hear our voices.
It's not anymore.
Oh, that's good. There you
go.
So yeah, okay. So let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Is that everything?
That's everything. That's the news. Wait, one more piece of news. Today, my internet blew up. My cell phone was going off the hook. It was crazy. Everybody was texting me.
Right?
Everybody was emailing me.
I emailed the girl. I was like, we need to talk about this, guys. And I did go on and try to make an account.
Obviously.
But, yeah.
There's a Disney dating site. Everybody can sleep easy tonight.
Yes, there is.
Don't worry. No more lonely nights of watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame all by yourself.
I did that a couple weeks ago.
Well, you don't have to do that anymore. Now you can Disney and chill.
Hey, that's nothing to feel bad about.
Dude, can you imagine? Like, it's so funny because one of the things I see a lot of, especially via Tumblr, is like, how do I meet other Disney people? How do I get into the community? How did you get into the community? How do I meet people like me?
Single Disney days?
I don't know, but it's always weird to go to a park and be like, hey, are you a Disneyland single? Cool. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to bug you. You know, like, it's a weird thing to approach somebody.
Are there Disney singles cruises?
Yeah, probably. I would imagine so.
I would hope so.
But yeah, it's crazy. I didn't make an account. I wanted to log in and see it, so I haven't actually seen how the site works. But obviously, I have no need because I already found my.
Sarah
Disney
goes, "Why are people talking to you about Disney dating sites? I'll kill them."
Well, yes, right, Sarah. You cannot kill them because it is always prefaced with, "I know you don't need this, but have you seen?"
You and Sarah can live vicariously through me.
Sarah and I, we started that. We might as well have. Like, we've introduced so many Disney people to other Disney people because it's like we're the Disney couple.
Where are your royalties?
I know. God, I know, right? Disney's taking them all.
Where's my Disney person?
Leo asked me to Disney and chill once. I did, Sarah. That was our second date, actually. Literally, because our first date was at Disneyland. Our second date was like, come over and watch Lion King. But it was meant in real. Like, I actually want to watch Lion King, please. quiet.
Like, don't talk. Like, this
Don't
is
talk,
my
I like
rule.
this part.
Like, I
I
don't
like this
talk
part.
during.
Oh, wait.
Have you watched The Lion Guard?
Oh, wait.
Sorry, a complete tangent.
No, I haven't. Everybody
It's
wants
so
us to talk
good.
about
Really?
So good, but
I need to watch
tangent.
Lion Guard.
that. No, I was just going to say, the only part that Sarah and I talked was during the morning report, because that song is trash. Do you know that it's in the extended edition?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Anyway.
That is trash.
Yeah, Disney dating site. So so you said you made an account and you checked it out.
I checked it out. I tried to make an account, but it costs $12.55 to make an account, and I'm scared of online dating. So I've never done online dating. I've never
You're
done
missing out.
Tinder or anything.
There's a lot of good stories if you ever want to be an author. Cause
I'm terrified of it.
you don't Tinder? You don't Tinder it up?
I've never Tindered.
Tinder? No?
No.
But you know what?
Scared.
That might actually be
scared.
worth it because a Disney movie costs more than signing up.
But do you know why it's
$12.55?
$12.55? Because
Tell 'em.
in
Yeah.
homage to when Disneyland was opened in
1955.
55. Remember that video?
Shiggity Schwam?
Shiggity Schwam?
I want to know in the chat.
say?
I want to see some. Hello, little girl. I want to know in the chat. I know everyone. I had their album. I know every single one of their songs. I'm so dumb. Early
funny you
internet
could just
guys.
be
Early
cool.
internet. In the chat, would you guys sign up for this? It's $13 a month, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like all the social clubs are going to be on there, and like you can meet people in social clubs. I think that'll be really
Can
interesting.
someone, if you want to take me to Club 33 for our first date, I will absolutely, in a heartbeat.
Oh, you got to pay.
go.
You got to pay for the platinum
Take
pro
all
VIP
of us.
feature if you're gonna go on Club 33 dates.
I'm just saying.
Although I bet
33 is my lucky number.
I bet you
It
could find
is.
someone on there.
You think?
Yeah.
I gotta save money up for my Slave Leia costume just in
That's
case
right.
of gazebo. So we'll see if I go on this. What's it called again? It's called
Mouse Mingle.
Mouse Mingle. So maybe
Mouse
I'll
Mingle.
check out Mouse Mingle in the new year. I'm a little too.
Honestly, I'll come
terrified
over.
of
We'll
it.
have a party about it.
And
We'll like
then, like,
browse
we'll-
together.
It could be your New
We should
Year's
do a whole
resolution.
episode. We should make an episode about us live going through.
Going on, and then I can literally like film my date with my mouse person.
We should make a video though.
This would
Actually,
be,
for my channel.
Yes, we should.
Okay, that's all right.
We'll talk after this. But
Yeah,
this would be
I've got it.
hilarious.
I've already got
We're
it on
done,
my head.
Done. I'm in.
Like I
I'm
can just
in.
imagine the doorbell ringing, opening up. It's like,
But you have to come as a chaperone and the camera guy.
Oh yeah, it would be both. And then just answering the door like it's from your perspective. Like, okay, here's my first date. You open the door and it's a skit. So it's me in a bow tie just going, oh, let's go grab some dinner.
Let's go.
And they talk like that the whole way. Like the waiter's like, can I get you guys started with something to drink?
This is happening. This is happening.
God, this just writes
I
itself.
cannot wait.
All right, so Mouse
amazing.
Mingle, sign up for that if you want a Disney date.
Let us know.
And then you can double date with us.
Yes,
You can
triple.
double date, triple
I'm
date.
excited. We can all watch like Hunchback of Notre Dame together, like
That's
double
right.
date with you and Sarah.
The HB of Notre Dame.
That's like a dream of mine.
Yeah.
Anyways, can we get a spoiler alert sound
Spoiler
effect
alert.
happening so we can start? Do we have one?
Here we go, guys.
We
We're
must
getting into
have
this.
one.
Spoiler alert!
Thank you.
Oh,
Spoiler alert!
That we do.
Spoiler
we
alert!
legit have one.
Spoiler alert!
We're gonna talk about Good Dinosaur. now.
Good Dinosaur spoilers warning
a
up
lot.
ahead. So here we go, guys. Put your chains on
Sarah,
your
what do you
tires.
think? I want your full opinion in the chat so we can read it aloud.
Sarah, I will tell you right now. I want her to still respond, but Sarah thinks it is the best Pixar movie since Toy Story 3, which I agree with.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
very bold
completely
statement.
disagree.
I know you do. You hate it.
I don't hate
strongly
it more
dislike.
than Wally. I want to see it again because I want to be able to I was having a really bad day yesterday, so I went to see The Good Dinosaur, and then I spilled Dr. Pepper all over my shirt. So right before the movie started, so I was like soaking wet the entire movie.
Oh my God.
But I still enjoyed it. It made me feel better. I cried twice, and
Wow.
I felt like it was so cliche, and it was very predictable.
The Good Dinosaur
Yes.
was predictable.
The storyline. Like,
Here's the thing.
The dad dies. Like, you knew the dad was gonna die. Like, I don't know. I was just like calling things. You knew he was gonna have to get rid of the little boy. He's gonna go back to like his family. He's like letting the
Or
dog
a
free.
family.
A family. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I just felt like it was very, very predictable.
I
It was-
knew. Well, here's the thing, and we've had a lot of discussions on this, and we've consulted some experts on this. It is, in the truest form of the definition, a western, like a spaghetti
Which
western.
is, I loved
is.
that it was
but
a
the
western.
thing is, all Westerns are the same movie. If you've ever seen a Western, they're all the same movie. You always know what's going to happen. But it's about the character's personal growth. My issue with the movie, it wasn't that. Like, each individual moment within the movie I thought was charming. It was more like a series of short films to me, as opposed to one cohesive storyline.
Which, can we talk about the film beforehand? Because I liked that.
You like Sanjay's
I
Super Team?
that.
I thought it was cool.
I thought it was
cute.
my
I thought it was
favorite,
really,
one of my
really cool.
favorite shorts I've seen in
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh man, that's interesting. We're gonna have a short discussion because that's another topic
So
Sarah's super
amazing.
passionate about.
We should do a.
Did you like Sanjay's?
Yes, I really enjoyed it. And it brought a whole nother
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
genre and demographic and culture into the Disney lore.
That's what I loved.
Yeah, that was a
the
big deal
culture.
too. That was the cultural aspect of it was one of those headline type things.
Exactly.
By the way, someone just brought up, how about that scene where they got high?
That was
What?
so funny.
What?
Like,
What was that?
I
That was
don't know.
I saw that and I was just like, yeah, you go Pixar. You be a grown up. You can do that now. If you want to get in your car and go grab some Starbucks, you don't need your mama's position.
If you want to make
permission.
a comment on why weed should be legalized, you make a comment.
Dude,
on
that was some shroomage, man. That was insane. I laughed so hard, and Sarah and I were looking at each other like our child just left the house. Like, who is this? We don't know you anymore.
I'm so surprised Disney went there.
I
was
am
like,
too.
I
that's
get
the
a
thing.
lot of adults
Pixar
are going
went
to
there.
watch. Yeah.
Pixar went there.
I get what a lot of adults are going to watch it, and they're going to find it hysterical. The kids aren't not. It's going to completely go
Well, kids
over
are
their
just gonna be like,
heads.
"This is weird. What is
Yeah,
this?"
what?
And as an adult,
What's
you're
happening?
like, "Oh my god!" When yeah. But in and of itself, the movie, it wasn't bad. Like, the thing is, again, we were saying, visually unbelievable, stunning, graphics truly next generation stuff. But just a sequence of scenes. It wasn't even that it was predictable. It was that it didn't flow. Like, we were trying to compare it to Finding Nemo in that they're very similar types of stories, right? But with Nemo, it felt like every encounter they had transitioned to the next one. Where one ended, the next one started.
Yes.
Where Good Dinosaur was like, this
flowed.
ends, and then wah, 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 sunset, and a new day, and it's a new problem, and it's a new character coming in to impart some advice on you. And I see the benefit in that too, when you're telling the story of this character is growing by individual moments, and it's making up his life as he gets back so that he can be a more well-rounded person. But like, I feel like it was just so kind of, I don't know, like you were saying, cliche, but it's more than that. It almost felt
every
forced.
Disney cliche was in it.
Yeah.
Like,
It was.
and that's what I felt like. I mean, I think the coolest thing about the entire film, though, was the water.
The water was great.
The water was
looked so
fantastic.
The water was
cool.
unbelievable. And then when that lizard like scuttles across, it just looks so much better than everything else in the movie.
Yeah.
But,
I think visually it was fantastic. My problem with the film was the emotional ride that we were taken on in this journey. We were up and down. We weren't sure if one character was, if we were supposed to be good, if we were supposed to root for them, and then we see them again. We're like, are they still good?
Well,
Are
see,
they?
the thing is, I like when it's ambiguous like that. I like that
Right.
there is no clear good and evil. I mean, that's
think-
also a Western trope too.
Right, and I think for me it was just my emotions were all over the place. I wasn't sure what I should be feeling.
But is
and
that good or
that's
is that
where I had
bad?
a conflict.
Like, is that good or is that bad? Like, is that good to ask you to help? Like, it's asking you to identify what you feel about this situation. It's not clean cut. They're not just hand feeding it to you. It's like, this character's learning. What are you learning? You know, that's sort of like, you can say you can explore it in that regard. To me, it just like nothing felt substantial. Like, I never felt like he was actually in danger at any given point because he gets beat up, he falls and he gets
All
hurt
the
all the time.
time.
He's guppy.
But there's
He
no,
can't die.
But there's no consequence. There's no
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
consequence to it, and that's why I felt like, well, yeah, he's going through all these trials and tribulations, but they just don't feel substantial.
And how did he survive the giant wave and his dad did it?
Well,
I'm
he's also
sorry,
lighter.
that
Us,
pissed
actually,
me off.
if you're heavier, you can sink more. You have more force
No,
when you
you
hit
have
rocks.
more body mass, so you would float to
Not
the top. I
necessarily.
don't know.
You would.
That seems super. Like, I was just like, yo, he cannot
It's
live if
possible.
his dad died. Like, you cannot have
possible.
the climax of the film be him surviving this. It was like a Mufasa moment, but like Simba didn't die. I don't know. It just.
I mean, who knows? A number of
didn't-
factors. You just kind of have to suspension of disbelief on things like that.
Yeah.
I get it.
And that was also my thing too, because we saw the same type of situation with Arlo, and it made me think, because Arlo survived it, did his father survive?
Well,
and I wanted that.
The way I took it is Arlo, like he says, he's like, you're everything I am, but and more or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like where his father didn't survive, Arlo did survive. Like, he is strong, he is more capable, but he has to see it in himself, and that's what the movie's sort of about. It's like this character comes and shows you something about yourself that you didn't know before, and by the end of the film, now you have this complete package. This character is truly someone different. But
The best characters, though? The frickin' T-Rexes.
Oh, the T-Rexes
T-Rexes
were great.
were awesome.
Oh my gosh,
They were great.
my favorite short in the long
In the
film
long
is
film.
the T-Rex short.
Yeah, my favorite scene is when he's giving him the orders and he just doesn't understand. That was
Yeah.
one of my favorite scenes. He's like, you go around yon dom blah 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 blah. And he's like, what? Like I don't.
It's so funny because us, the audience, got lost too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, that was great. That was a great moment. But again, that moment was good. And then he parts ways and they're like, all right, you rounded up the cattle. We'll see you next time. Don't die in the forest and get back to your family. And I'm like, God, something.
Awesome.
Like, go home and tell you. And so, then he gets home. And another thing Sarah pointed out, she was having a conversation with a coworker about this, was at the end of the movie, it feels unresolved because it's an echo of real life. Like, real life doesn't have a happy ending that's just clear cut. Like, he is now a stronger person, but he gets home to a world that he left behind. His mother's still struggling. His father's still dead. It's still like almost winter. And although you think now it's more likely that he'll live and help his family, it's still uncertain. It's like the world is brutal. The world is harsh.
He's still a little dinosaur, even though he's a good dinosaur.
Yeah.
He's a little guy. He might have gotten to make his mark, which that also kind of like that irked me a little bit. It was cute, but it was kind of mean at the beginning. I was like the dad was mean. The dad was not very nice, and then like it's the dad's own fault that like being mean to Arlo about not wanting to kill something that caused his death.
Yeah.
I don't know, and like I knew his dad or mom, one or the other was gonna die, if not both.
Well, it's funny how they could have died.
think
Someone in the chat said, "Wouldn't it be interesting if the T-Rexes followed him home and like hunted his family?"
no.
What a twist! I wouldn't see that coming.
But to
and
your
then
point,
he
Keetin,
defends his world and leaves his mark.
Yeah, but to your point, Keetin, I don't think the father was mean. It was more so setting up Arlo in somewhat mean situations to have Arlo make his mark and prove his point.
Yeah, but the thing is,
prove
like,
himself.
again, like you're right, but it just never felt real. Like the threat never felt real. Like he washed away by a river, he's fine. He gets stuck under the rock. Oh, he's okay. He's got some food. Oh, he falls off the tree and like cracks his skull. Oh, he's not really
scared of the pterodactyl.
The pterodactyl
which
scared me.
I could have sworn it was Owen Wilson's
okay,
voice,
so
but it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I looked at the credit. It was not Owen Wilson. I could have sworn it was Owen Wilson, and I looked in the credits and it wasn't.
I have a thing in movies, and maybe this spawns from The Karate Kid, but bully scenes where like bullies get like multiple bullies gang up on the character, they stir me something real, man. Like God, those scenes always make me don't do it to him.
About Three Ninjas. Did you watch those movies?
Oh my God, Three Ninjas,
I love
Rocky,
Three
Colt,
Ninjas.
and Tum Tum.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Colt was a man in Three Ninjas 2 Kickback all day. But then when they got the High Noon at Mega Mountain, that's when I dropped.
Done.
Someone likes Three Ninjas movies. But yeah, I mean, overall, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. I don't feel, other than Spot, that any of the characters were memorable, including Arlo. Like, they just didn't feel different. They didn't feel unique.
The T-Rexes were memorable.
That's the thing, though. Like, what are their names?
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
But I remember their accents.
Yeah.
I didn't remember Spot's name, but I thought Spot literally reminded me of my real dog. Actually, Arlo kind of reminded me of my dog.
Yeah.
But it was funny when Spot was acting like a dog because Arlo still seemed very animalistic.
Name like 3 characters from Finding Nemo.
Nemo, Dory, the bubbles.
Come on, the turtle.
Come on, the turtle, man.
Crush.
But here's the thing, Crush is in one scene.
I love Crush.
Bruce. I'm Bruce.
I'm Bruce. Hello.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like
everyone was memorable.
Side characters were memorable in that. Crush was in one scene, and now he's got his own like attraction at Disneyland. Like it's crazy. But I don't think the T-Rexes stood out as anything other than just like cool feature in the movie. The Raptors were just like.
Do you know what it kind of felt like to me? It kind of felt like a Bug's Life-esque. It's kind of forgettable. You enjoy it, but
I really. But here's the thing.
Then it creates a new technology.
Feel good.
It makes you feel good, but they're not gonna make it.
I think it's compare like if you're gonna compare it to Bug's Life, I think The Good Dinosaur is a piece of art, right?
Yes.
Like you look at it, it's like I don't know, you just enjoy being a part of the story as it goes along. Even if you don't care, it's just fun to watch this character move through the world that he lives in.
Butch and Ramsey.
Butch and Ramsey.
Thank you, Sarah. What was the dad's name?
Yeah, I call him White Earp because
he was awesome.
Wait, no, he wasn't White Earp in Tombstone, but
I think one of my favorite characters was
Bruce?
the Styracosaurus one.
Oh my God, he was the best.
That was amazing.
Was the best.
And that
Debbie.
was for less than 2 minutes, but
No,
he was a
Debbie.
memorable character.
Which disappointed me because, like, what did that scene have to do with anything other than it?
Nothing.
Other than it shows that Spot and Arlo are cool. Like, it really had no significance to this. But I wanted that character to be in it. I wanted him to come back.
He reminded me of the wizard in The Hobbit. The one that lives
Radagast?
Yes, Radagast. That's what he reminded me of.
Yeah, he totally had a Radagast.
Totally
I never even
Radagast,
thought about that. What was his name?
I don't know.
But again, I think his character, just the personality that he brought, reminded Arlo that's not what he wanted to
And
be.
also, he's the first dinosaur he has an encounter with outside of his parents, and that you see in the movie. So he's the first other species you see.
Dream crusher.
And yeah, exactly. And then it makes him realize, I guess, the world is full of crazy people, right? And I get that from a storytelling perspective, but I don't make me care and then like not care. And I get it. That is a Western trope. That is how Western movies work, and I can appreciate it for what it is. But as a moviegoer in 2015, like it's hard to swallow as a general public.
I do like the name Arlo.
Arlo is.
And he
Arlo's
grew
a great
on
name.
me. He kind of bugged me at first, but like I was like, okay, this character's. I felt like he was having reactions to situations that I would have.
Yeah.
So I felt like he was like
Well, that's the
somewhat
point.
relatable.
Realistic.
Yeah, he was relatable in the way he was interacting with other characters. I literally I'd look at Arlo's face and I'm like, I'm probably making that same face.
Yeah, I think they did a good job of making the interactions like you were saying realistic. That's how these things would go. If I were to encounter that kind of personality, I would just be like, what? Okay, I got to do this because the T-Rex just told me to go out there. I don't have a choice. It just felt like, oh, this guy's weird, but he's harmless, so I got to try and get my dog. It's just like a very strange sort of feeling.
Did you cry at all?
I almost cried.
What parts did you almost cry at? I wonder if they're the same parts I almost did.
Let me see.
Here,
Oh
I
my
cried
God!
twice.
First of all, when he has to say goodbye to Spot.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude.
That's my moment.
Oh, and of course, the Starry Night.
The family.
Well, that's the scene I saw at D23.
D23, yeah.
Oh my God.
And
for real.
Because Leo, you and I both saw that at D23, and that maybe not another issue, but the emotional aspect for me personally watching it, a lot of the scenes were already revealed at D23. So while I saw it in the film, it kind of it took me out of it because it was like I already felt this the first time.
Yeah.
I didn't get the same reaction
Well,
the second
here's
time.
the other thing is I feel like emotionally that scene is such a peak higher than the rest of the film. Like you
Yes.
don't feel anything close to that at any other point. And yes, I guess it drives the story home. Like this is real. Like he has a strong bond and he's trying to overcome this pain while also trying to get home and not die.
Yeah.
But like no other point in the movie felt quite as impactful as that.
Yeah,
It was hard to compete.
I think my problem was just the theory of diminishing return.
Yeah,
really for
that. Well, I mean, how long can Pixar do that without you, going, all right, guys, But then again, how long has Disney been killing parents, and it works every time.
Come on.
Every time.
Like, can we get through a story? I mean, that's maybe why I loved Inside Out, because both parents were alive
Were
and
there.
stayed living. Like, not everybody loses a parent or both parents. Frozen and Dinosaur and Nemo and Lion King
And the whole Disney
every
list.
single Disney movie ever made.
Well,
Lord.
yeah, even Nemo had a dying parent. But,
Yeah, Mom. Bye.
Yeah.
But again, like if you want to
First
talk
2
about
minutes.
diminishing returns, like it's the thing with getting injured. How many times did he get injured with no real payoff? Like he
Sorry.
never hinders him at all. He doesn't even limp.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, so why would we even be
How
scared?
many times can I buy that?
But I
before
think it's
realizing-
also just the literally the metaphor and the physical. All
of
the
them.
times he keeps getting knocked down in life, he gets back up.
He gets back
again.
up, and that's the moral of the story. Is like you have to keep getting back up, and you have to keep pursuing,
Keep fighting.
Right?
Yeah.
I get it. So like, it's not a bad movie. Okay, so let's just give it a review right now. Let's give it a rating here. What did you guys think?
I
In
liked
300
it.
words or less.
I liked it better than Wall-E.
Oh, interesting.
And I thought it was beautiful, stunningly beautiful watching it, and I want to watch it again. But it lacked for me. I thought Inside Out was better, the better Pixar film this year.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it better than Inside Out. I liked
Oh,
it.
you did?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's weird that you liked Inside Out more.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's fine. I
I
mean, I
liked
feel like
Inside Out more.
they're both up for Annies. Obviously, they're on the same playing level.
Right.
Why more than Wall-E? I'm curious. Like, what don't you like about Wall-E?
I probably should rewatch Wall-E.
You probably should.
I probably should.
Here's the thing about Wall-E.
I
Every
just-
scene surprises you. Every scene, like there is no diminishing return for sure in that movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Every scene serves to acclimate you to the world a little bit more, and like adds like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
That's awesome.
Sarah said 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's real fair.
That's solid.
I would agree.
I would give it like a 6.7 out of 10.
Get real technical.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Decimal point.
Yeah, I that's probably 6.8.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to prices right you.
I'm gonna say 6.
1 cent.
1 cent.
6 out of 10.
$1.
Did you see that one where the guy puts a penny and the person goes 2 pennies? What did you think? You got your rating. What did you think?
Okay, visually it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Storyline predictable, but
Okay.
it's Disney.
Yeah.
And I think emotionally...
Well, almost predictable. That drug scene, though.
True.
predict
I think emotionally...
That was so funny.
I think me, emotionally, for a viewer, I was all over the place, and I'm not sure I was okay with that. So watching it, it was a trip. And it was an adventure, literally.
I completely
But I was all
get it.
over the place with it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I was just kind of like, what am I supposed to feel? Am I supposed to be scared for him right now? Or am I supposed to be like, get up and go? You know, like I wasn't sure if I should be inspired or if I should be worried. And if I
That was
should be
my
excited.
whole issue.
It feels very flat, right? But that's Westerns. That's how Westerns work. Like in every traditional sense of the movie, it was a Western. And if you're not a fan of the Western genre, it's a good chance that this wasn't going to float your boat.
This is what I want to do.
Which is weird. They don't tell you that.
Well, the thing with Westerns, like, you can pick and choose whatever one you actually want to watch. You don't have to watch all of them
But they're
to
almost all,
understand it.
yeah, but they're almost all, right, exactly. But there is one Western that, like, by far stands out and actually kind of brings the mold a little bit, and that's Tombstone. And
I love Tombstone.
Which, by the way,
Great film.
that T-Rex is in. The T-Rex, I can't remember the actor's name. He's got the big mustache.
Yeah,
He's
no,
also
I
in-
know you're not. I can't think of his name right now. But I love Tombstone.
Tombstone
it's
is
one
one
of my
of the
favorite
greatest
movies.
Fantastic.
ever made, in my opinion.
Okay,
So I want to go.
correct.
I want to watch Tombstone, and then I want to watch Good Dinosaur. I want to watch them back to back, and then I want to see how I feel about.
Oh
Good
my God,
Dinosaur.
that's a really good
Wouldn't
idea.
that be a cool thing?
Yeah, I'm your
Or
Huckleberry.
watch that, or a couple westerns, and then throw Good Dinosaur in there too
Yeah.
at one point, and just see how it works. Because I usually like the western genre, I really, really do. But maybe I was taken out of it because.
But not the
this
action
was-
western, the spaghetti western.
Yes.
Okay, that's like an older style of filmmaking. The thing is, I felt because this movie was put out the way it was, you know, it had to be rehashed and then was kind of like thrown out after Inside Out because they needed a place for it. It just, you can feel that in the movie. I feel like you can feel the weird nature of it being rewritten and being postponed, and then like, okay, well, this is what we got.
It was
we gotta
not
make
connected.
this. Yeah, it felt like a very disjointed movie.
So it was hard to connect.
Yeah, one more looming thing for me, for the writing wise. I mean, for the marketing and promotions, it was always the tagline, what happened if the world wasn't destroyed?
But it has nothing to do
It
with
has
that.
nothing to do with that.
I 100% agree with you.
And that's what I was kind of waiting for. I was like, okay, what else is different in this world? You place this
Right.
even before the meteor shower and whatnot, nothing would have changed.
The only purpose the meteor serves is to tell you these dinosaurs are slightly more intelligent, and it's just not a stylistic choice
farming.
to make them be able to talk to each other. They can probably really talk to each other, and dinosaurs and humans now live together because dinosaurs never went extinct, and in reality, dinosaurs
look
never
like
went
yeah,
Gumby.
that didn't work.
right. But when we walked out of the movie, Sarah's like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "I wanted Dinotopia, the movie." She's like, "Well, that's what it was." I'm like, "And that's what I wanted." So knowing that also kind of tainted me going into the movie because I wanted one thing because that's what I was told I'd get, and I didn't get
And
it.
you didn't.
It was a carrot on a stick, and that's not what the movie was.
Some of the previews we got before it, though, were great. Did you
Like-
get previews before yours? Because I know you went to a special
we went to a special
press
screening, yeah, which you didn't go to. So.
Well, we only got 2 tickets.
Oh, we did?
so,
I'm sorry.
I
Oh,
got
sorry to rub it in your
them,
face
so,
then.
you know,
I thought there was 3.
I had to pay for my ticket. Support Pixar and Disney, guys.
There you go. Actually, go out of your way for it.
No, they had a nice date night. for
Yeah,
that,
it was
so.
cool. And we saw a lot of people new, which was really nice. A lot of people
Well,
also
if we get
snuck in.
Star Wars tickets, sorry, Sarah.
I'll go see it 15 times. Because like with Episode 1, when that came out, Phantom Menace, I saw it. Obviously, you guys know, I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I went with 17 of my friends to go see it.
Wow.
Yeah, well, this Star Wars, we're going with like 10 of our friends. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
another
going
thing.
with like 20 people.
Yeah, but for Episode 1, it was just like different because I was younger and like that was a big deal. So we went with that many friends, and we go, and I saw it, and I was like, did I like that? You know, and so I was like, Mom, Dad, like,
Because you didn't, but like you wanted to
Yeah,
so badly,
yeah.
and the hype was so big,
and I was like,
some of your
well,
friends liked it. You're like,
they had
I think I
lightsabers.
should.
Okay, I remember that. So then I was like, Mom, Dad, let's go see it. Like, I want you guys to see it. And they're like, yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, let's go. And we go, and I watch them like, what the hell's going on, man? I'm supposed to love this, but I don't love it. And then I went one more time with just like a buddy of mine and my other Star Wars fanatic friend, and we were just like, yo, that movie's not that good. but we couldn't accept that. So
E. Haynes says, but Zootopia though, which I know you've already seen the sloth scene.
Yeah.
We've
already seen it.
It's public now.
It's but my God,
dude, I love it because
I
see people like reposting it. It just says this scene gives me so much anxiety, but I love it.
My audience was cracking up, losing it watching that scene.
Again, the trailers and everything kind of leading up. I'm excited.
I'm
done. I want that. That's like my go-to movie right now.
Plus, I'm a fan just Jenny Goodwin. I mean, she's amazing.
She's dope.
Hello, Once Upon a Time.
Once's, where you at?
Right here.
Hook for life. What? How about that Dark Hook though? Let's not even talk about that.
Oh my goodness! Don't even get me started.
Dark Hook is so
come on our one show one time.
Are you on that show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both are?
I'm a regular on the Once Upon a Time after show.
She's a regular.
When is it? When is it?
Every once in a while,
Tell them when
Sundays after Buzz TV at 9 o'clock.
Wait, Sundays at 9 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, we watch it all together and then we watch it live and then we watch it.
Oh, dude, yes. Absolutely. Maybe
Leo.
next Sunday.
Yes.
Let me know.
We would love to have you.
We would love to have you.
I would. Oh my God, guys, I'll come dressed as Hook.
Oh my God.
Okay,
watch it.
I will say our fans would die.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Tiana would die.
So now you guys know. Thank you for watching this show, but make sure you guys watch on Sunday when I might just pop back in at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Once Upon a Time show. Thanks for hanging out for this show. I hope you enjoyed all the news. Tweet at us. Let us know what you think. I want to know your ratings for Good Dinosaurs at Leo Zombie on Twitter. Hit me up, ladies.
Oh, you guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Keetin Marchi. Thank you for watching and chatting.
Yes, and everyone, thank you for having me. You can follow me on Twitter at SeraphiniTV. Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit PopcornTalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.